welcome to our channel. A terrible secret buried for years is finally revealed, and it comes from someone you least expect. In this episode of Beyond the Gates, viewers will be stunned by a devastating truth: a seemingly accidental disappearance turns out to be a carefully planned plot. As Dani follows the faint clues, she gradually uncovers a dark chain of events involving her ex-husband Bill, the former breadwinner, now suspected of being the mastermind behind Martin's murder. But what brings everything to hell is a betrayal from someone very close to Dani. This episode not only takes your breath away with shocking twists and turns, but also raises a chilling question. Do we really know who our loved ones are? On a rainy night, as the city thundered and lightning streaked across the sky, Dani quietly entered the office building where Martin had worked. She moved through the dark hallways with only the light from a small flashlight hidden in her coat pocket, each step echoing dryly on the cold wooden floor. She had obtained the key from an old acquaintance who had worked there, and her goal was one: to discover what Martin knew or had intended to reveal about the legal battle between Bill and Haley. When Dani searched through the filing cabinets in Martin's personal office, she found nothing she expected: no property division documents, no legal plans, no attorney's analyses. Instead, her eyes froze when she found an old envelope, unmarked, but containing a copy of an anonymous complaint. The contents of the complaint made her heart stop for a moment. Martin had planned to report Bill to the authorities for money laundering through a chain of real estate companies under the guise of community development. The complaint had been drafted just days before Martin had officially disappeared without a trace. No one had ever found him, no suicide note, no evidence of him leaving the city. Only a deathly silence that stretched like a dark fog over those who remained. Dani left the office in utter confusion. Faint memories of that fateful night flooded back. But it was only when she stopped by Martin's old apartment, which had been sealed off during the investigation, that she discovered another detail that turned her entire initial theory upside down. On the dusty desk sat an unmistakable Rolex. Bill always wore it, a custom-made version with his birth year engraved on the dial. Bill had never claimed the watch. Nor had he mentioned being at Martin's apartment the night he disappeared. But to Dani, it was now clearer than ever: Bill not only had a motive, but physical evidence that he was directly involved in the mysterious disappearance. As Dani struggled to process what she had discovered, a USB drive arrived by courier, undelivered, with nothing but her name scrawled on the outside. Inside was a video clip from the security cameras of Martin's building. The footage was clear. Bill walked out of Martin's apartment just before midnight, in a hurry, head down, as if he wanted to avoid anyone's attention. Just a few minutes later, the entire electrical system in the building suddenly went out, an incident that the police had concluded was routine maintenance. But now, with this video, Dani understood that it was more than just a coincidence. Anger, panic, and pain surged through Dani's heart like a tidal wave. The man she had loved, the man she had shared so many ups and downs with in family memories, now appeared as a cold-blooded villain. When Bill confronted her with all the evidence, he denied it all with a chilling calm. He insisted that he had never set foot in the apartment, that the watch could have been stolen, and that the video could have been edited. But Dani no longer believed him. She decided to turn over all the evidence to the police, including a recording of a chilling phone call made a few days earlier between Bill and a deep-voiced man identified as Rico, a man with a criminal record for extortion and murder for hire. In the recording, Bill gave a clear order: clean up the mess. Leave no trace. The police immediately reopened the case of Martin's disappearance with a completely new line of investigation. The media began to suspect Bill's role in the whole affair. But what choked Dani the most was not the fact that Bill was a suspect, but the last detail in the file that she found as she dug deeper. A handwritten statement from Martin that had never been sent, in which he warned that Bill did not act alone. The accomplice, according to him, was an individual very close to Dani. Someone she trusted completely, someone she had never once doubted. From that moment on, Dani's life was turned upside down. Every conversation, every look, every word of comfort from those around her became a question in her eyes. Who was the person who helped Bill? Was it a family member? Was it a former colleague? The childhood friend she always considered her own? The biggest obsession is not knowing the truth, but living in a state of not knowing who the real enemy is. When the case was reopened, the media rushed to report new details. A secret bank account in a remote island nation was discovered, in the name of an unknown person, but with large transactions with Bill's company. The amount of money matched the amount that Martin had intended to denounce as dirty money laundered through real estate transactions. In addition, a series of encrypted emails between Bill and someone with an IP address that had logged in from the very residential area where Danny lived made things darker than ever. The accomplice was clearly very close, maybe even watching her every move. Danny had no choice but to play this dangerous game to the end. She secretly watches those closest to her, records conversations, bugged the house, rummages through old photos and memories to find something hidden. The truth finally comes out when she discovers an old text message saved on her daughter's phone, in which the sender advises her not to tell Mom about that meeting between Dad and Uncle Martin that day. The sender is none other than Haley, Bill's divorced wife, who once declared that she hates her ex-husband to the core. All the pieces of the puzzle now begin to fit together. Haley not only knows about the incident, but also witnessed something, maybe after the incident happened, maybe when Martin was still alive. Danny cannot accept the fact that Haley kept quiet, even tried to hide everything to protect her reputation or personal assets. But it also made her realize, the terrifying truth lies not in what happened, but in the people she once trusted, people who were willing to bury a life to keep benefits or stay out of trouble. With all the evidence in hand, Danny prepares to testify before a jury, where she will tell everything she knows, what she witnessed and discovered, even though it may make her the next target of Martin's killers. But for her, there is no other way. Justice must be served, the truth must be revealed, and the guilty must pay, whether it is the person she once slept with, or the person she once considered family, blood. And when Danny stands before the court, her eyes are no longer trembling, but steadfast. Because after all, she chose the side of the truth even if that truth cost her everything she loved most. Please follow and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the most exciting developments that will happen soon.